you're ready to win. Okay, can everybody see my screen? Great, 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 great. Awesome, okay, good job. All right, let me, hey, Andrew, do me a favor, record this. Is this recorded? Make sure this is recorded. You probably on it. It probably is recorded. Right. Why did I even ask you that? I know. All right, guys. So when it comes to trading, man, guys, it's all about the psychology. Psychology. This trading is just a mindset, man. It is. People use a lot of indicators. People use different types of, all these different things that just makes the charts look intimidating, guys. That's not how you guys are going to learn how to trade. I'm going to teach you a way how we're going to read raw price action, raw market, right? Naked trading. That's what we're going to talk about today, right? So hold on, let me clear my chart right here. And hold on, I need to see. I'm going to keep it this way because I want to see when somebody raises their hands. And if you guys have a question and I don't see you raising your hands, just you can interfere and just talk, okay? All right, guys, so anytime you are looking at the market, it's always important to start in a bigger time frame, right? It's always important to start in a bigger time frame, preferably monthly, right? By now, and I know you guys have been through the series 100 and 200, you know what the candlesticks are, so I don't have to really explain that. But tonight, you guys are just gonna get my mindset. What am I thinking? What am I looking for when I'm trading, right? Typically, anytime I do a markup, it takes me two to 3 minutes, right? I look at every pair. It takes me 2 to 3 minutes. And whichever one matches my confirmation, that's the one I'm rocking with, okay? So guys, anytime you're trading, you always want to start in a monthly time frame. Why? Why? You can put in the chat, somebody, this is going to be a conversation. Why? Why is it important to start in a monthly time frame? Y'all can talk to me. Why is it important to start in a monthly time frame? Look at the chat. Overall trend, Harold, nice. To see the trend, awesome. Nice to hear. Yeah, you want to see what's happening, right? Where's this market going? Guys, I tell people all the time, like when you're trading, I could care less what happened back in 2012. I could care less what happened in 2014, right? I can care less what happened. Where's that thing at? Okay, hold on 1 second, y'all. Yeah, I could care less what happens here, guys. I don't care what happens all the way back here. I'm only looking at price relevance. What do I mean by that? Meaning what's happening currently 2019, 2020. This is price relevance. This is the only thing that's important to me, right? Because look, each one of these candles it takes a month to open and close. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months worth of candles, right? So the first thing I'm looking for is price relevance. Where are we at, right? Like Harold and Tierra said, they're looking at the trend. Looks like I'm in a downtrend. It looks like I'm in a downtrend, right? So after I've identified the price relevance, right? Recognize the trend, see what the market's giving you. Awesome. I'm looking for relative highs and relative low. Within this whole region right here, I'm looking for relative high and relative low. And what do I mean by that? I'm looking for where the last time price had a really high position, right? The last time price had a really high position, right? If you look here, guys, you see all these resistance, right? This is the last relative high. This high maintained its position since 2015. That's relative. 2015 failed to break. We came back 2018, March 2018, failed to break, right? Can y'all agree that's relative? So usually what I do is when I see that, all I'm doing, guys, I'm just boxing it. I want to keep price in a box. You want to track price, right? So that way we can train within that range. So when I identify my relative resistance, You know, you can use whatever color you like, guys. This stuff is fun. You want to make this stuff fun. Boom. And the way I draw it, I try to get the average wicks. And you guys do know what wicks means in a resistance level, right? What does wicks mean on a resistance level? Put it in the chat. Whole bunch of wicks. What is it telling you? What is the market telling you? Let's see who's here. Let's see. Exhaustion. Nice. It was rejecting. So pretty much, guys, when you guys see a whole bunch of wicks on a resistance level, all that means is it's not enough buyers to push the market to the upside. It's not enough buyers for market to push it, right? Buyers are exhausted. So wicks are a great identification of a reversal, right? Especially when you see multiple wicks. If you see 3 to 4 wicks on a resistance level, guys, get ready for this market to turn around. So you want to look for sells, right? And you know that by my sell entry, my entry strategy that I'll be showing you guys real shortly. Yep, oversold, overbought. Nice. So in this case, overbought, right? It's too much. So once I've identified my relative high, I'm looking for the relative low, right? Where around this range do you guys see just a whole bunch of like a support, a clear support? Down here, back in 2016. Back in 2016. Right? So I'm looking at this like, okay, I see once price got down here back in July 2016, it wasn't enough sellers to push this market to the downside, meaning price was oversold, right? Meaning there's a possibility that price might reverse. And guys, look what happened, right? And when I see this, guys, I'm looking for multiple wicks to confirm that decision. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shot to the moon, right? Look at this. 2,400 pips, over 2,400 pips. So.
Wait, Mike, how do they know that was over 2,400 pips with what you just did?
Okay, good. So guys, have you guys, okay, so this is the TradingView platform. If you guys haven't had TradingView, if you don't have TradingView, just go ahead and log in. It is free. And what this is just how we're able to look at the markets. We look at any pair, man, any pair, you know, any type of currency, stocks, cryptocurrency, indices, commodities, whatever. We have access to live markets, right? So what I'll challenge you guys to do is just go to tradingview.com, create a login, and just go to charts and just you want to be curious about this stuff. So all these icons mean something, right? So do you guys know what pips are and how to calculate pips? Price oversold, explain indecision, please. Look at Liv, she's ready. Explain indecision. Indecision, okay. So guys, so what I did, I grabbed this ruler right here. And all I'm doing is the ruler just calculates the pips to where you don't have to manually count it, right? And what I did was just draw it from up here to down here. And you see this number right here, 2764. That's 2,764 pips. So that's the pip count. Look at the days. Look how long it took, 546 days for this whole move to happen. Okay. Yes. Indecision. Livia, what do you mean explain indecision? What do you mean? What do you mean explain indecision?
That's just what you said. You said it was indecision in the market. I don't know if they will understand what indecision is.
When did I say that? I said that when
After you saying the market was overbought and oversold.
Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much when I say indecision, pretty much I think I'm gonna explain that when I get to some consolidation. But right now, this is pretty much it's not enough. It's not enough sellers to push this market further down. You see a lot of wicks. It's just letting you know that, you know, we were probably gonna get a reversal at some point, which happened, right? So now, guys, where we're currently at, this is our focus point right here. This is our focus point, right? So what like just understanding us having this relative support, relative resistance, what does it look like market is getting ready to do? Since we trapping price in a box, right? What can you just what makes sense? What do you think price is gonna do?
Go up.
Boom, go up. Nice, Tierra. Retest, Harold. Reverse. Reverse. Nice, 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 nice. Good. So at some point we can say price might just go back up here.
Yeah.
So if we know that, we're like, okay, cool. All right. So now in order for us to find out what's really happening, we have to go to a smaller time frame, right? So from the monthly, I'm automatically going to the weekly. Does anybody have questions with the monthly time frame? Does everybody understand what I'm looking for in the monthly time frame? Let's see. Boom. Nice. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, good, good, good. Right. So for the monthly, I'm automatically going to the weekly, guys. Automatically going to the weekly. Going to the weekly. Thanks, Liv. So now in the weekly, I'm pretty much doing the same thing. The same thing that happened, the same thing I was looking for in the monthly time frame. But what I'm looking for what type of candlesticks are being formed. Right? I'm only worrying about price relevance. What's happening right here? What is happening? Like these candles are telling you a story. They're telling you a story, and it's your duty to, make sense out of it. Right? So what is something in common you see? Let me zoom in. Let me zoom in. That might help. What is one thing these candles right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is something these 8 candles have in common? There's no wrong answer. I'm trying to get you guys to think. What is something these 8 candles have in common? Let's see. Boom. Awesome. Tierra, exhaustion wicks at the bottom. Tierra, you got it. These candles they have a lot of wicks, right? When I see a lot of wicks, boom, sell and buy exhaustion. So Dwayne, seller's exhaustion. And you're looking for, and it confirms your buy opportunity, right? I said, if you see multiple wicks, at some point, there's going to be some type of reversal, right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? After the 6th wick, look at this, right? And guys, I'm choosing this specific pair, right? Because last Thursday I got my stimulus check, right? I got my stimulus check. I took care of some bills, and I was left with $600, right? I put $200 in my broker account, and I made $1,200 in 2 hours on this pair, right? I made almost 600, 500, 600 on this trade, and I sold gold and made another like 600. So pretty much, guys, I got my stimulus check back. I got it right back, right? So this pair, I'm gonna show you what my thought process was when I looked at this pair, when I was looking at this pair, and why I chose to buy it. Okay, I would have made more money in this trade if I would probably made $2,000 if I would have kept it. But so guys, you see all these wicks, exhaustion, seller's exhaustion. We're at some valid support area. Valid support area. Now, can somebody ask me what are these 2 candles? What are these 2 candles doing on this support area? Did it break support? Did these 2 candles break support? If you guys watch my support and resistance video, I think I talked about this. What are these 2 candles doing on this support level? barely broke, no. So what is it doing? If it didn't break, what is it doing? What are these two candles doing? Right? You got a wick, boom, wick, wick. They're touching it, wick, wick. Looks like it wanted to break, wick. What is it doing? So they're tested candles, guys. These are tested candles. Tested, not Dwayne, good job. Testing. They're testing. So, guys, when I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, cool, right? I see what's happening. I know in a bigger time frame, we're almost at this zone, but I see a lot of wicks. I see a lot of wicks letting me know that it's not enough sellers to push this market down. So I need to be looking for some type of buy opportunity. Right? I need to be looking for some type of buy opportunity. So from the weekly, guys, I'm automatically going to the daily time frame. Y'all follow me? I'm going to the daily time frame. Daily time frame. Right? This was my thought process. And guys, I mean, right now, we if you guys have your account funded, you might be taking trades tonight, man. You might be taking trades tonight. So my thought process was, okay, what's going on? It's a lot of wicks. It's a lot going on. Let me go to the daily time frame and figure this thing out. Okay. So guys, on a daily time frame, the only thing, write this down. The only thing I'm looking at market structure. I'm looking at market structure. I'm looking at market structure. Right? I'm looking at market structure. So guys, if you guys know what market structure is, what trend are we in right now? What trend is this market in? What trend is this market in? Downtrend, right? Now on a downtrend, right? On a downtrend, what type of structures are we creating on a downtrend? On a downtrend, what type of structure are we looking at? What type of structure are we looking for? Nice, Andrea. Lower highs, lower lows. Now, on a downtrend, if we're looking to sell, what part of structure are we selling from? What part of structure are we selling from on a downtrend? Boom, Harold. Lower highs. Good work. Good stuff. Good stuff. So let me label. I'm going to label this time for you guys because I want you guys to see. Oh, this is big. This is big, huh? All right. Lower high. Right? So we got our lower high. Then we got what? Another lower high. Okay? We got another lower high. We got our guys, I'm telling y'all, this market structure is the most important thing to how I trade. When I understood market structure, guys, it took my trading to the next level. It made this stuff make sense because I knew where I was at in terms of structure. I knew where I was at. So I knew if I was at a lower low, I knew market had to create a lower high. Right? So when you guys get good at this stuff, right, you start buying at lower lows to the lower high and selling from the lower high to the next lower low. Market structure. So guys, when I get done with this call later on, I need you guys to practice market structure. I want you guys to actually, this is homework, write it down. This is going to be your homework. I want y'all to put it in the chat on Monday. I want y'all to pick a random pair, go to the daily time frame, look at price relevance. If it's an uptrend, I want you to mark up market structure on an uptrend. If it's a downtrend, I want you to mark up, put in the market structure for the downtrend. Guys, the more you practice market structure, the easier this stuff will make sense, okay? So let's get back to, so we're at a lower low, then to a lower high, then this lower low. So guys, when I saw this, right, I knew on the weekly time frame, this purple box was a whole bunch of wicks. When I came down here, to the daily time frame, and I knew I was at a lower low. Guys, this is a daily time frame. This is a lot of pips, right? Over 249 pips. So I'm like, okay, before this bullish candle happened, guys, that's when I was looking at buy opportunities, right? So from the daily time frame, once I've identified market structure, right, from the daily time frame, guys, I'm automatically going to what time frame? I want to see if you guys watch my video. Once I identify my market structure in the daily time frame, and I don't want Andrea nor Olivia to speak. I want the new people to speak. What time frame am I going to? Right, when I identify my market structure in the daily time frame, what time frame am I going to do the same thing again? Nice, Tierra. She's been watching it. Nice, Mark. Hourly. Yes, Jared. Hourly. Yes. I'm automatically going to the 1 hour time frame. Why am I going to the 1 hour time frame, guys? Why am I going to the 1 hour time frame? To see what? What do you think I'm gonna be doing on the 1 hour time frame? Let me see who got it. Trend, nice. What else? What else am I looking for in the 1 hour time frame? What did we just do in the daily time frame? What did I just do in the daily time? Boom, structure. Nice, Tierra. Hey, Tierra, market structure. Nice. It's very important. Now, let me ask you this. I want to see if you guys been paying attention. I don't think I talked about this, but let me see if you guys paying attention. When I go to the 1 hour time frame, I'm gonna ask. All right, so from daily time frame, I'm automatically going to the 1 hour time frame, guys. Good job. Y'all, as we know, each one of these candles takes an hour to open and close. We're looking at structure, right? We're looking at market structure. Now, can you guys see a clean structure here? Can you identify your lower highs and lower lows? Or does it look too choppy? Can you identify your lower highs and lower lows? All right, yes or no? Can you identify the lower highs and lower lows? Let me see. Somewhat, okay, that's fair. So guys, anytime you're looking at structure, right, on a 1 hour time frame, if it's too choppy, it's okay to scale back to the 4 hour time frame. Right? Now, it's okay to scale back to the 4 hour time frame. You can, but it's not clear the way. Okay, nice. But yeah, and that's good. So guys, what I was looking for, the reason I didn't scale back to the 4 hour time frame, because I couldn't really get a good range. Like, I could see structure, but the range is so tight. They're like kissing each other. It's so tight. I want to see a range to where I could possibly look for a good entry. Right. So for me, I stayed at the 1 hour time frame because I was still able to identify market structure, and I could see a clear range. Does that make sense, guys? Does that make sense? I wanted to see a clear range. Let me see. I was looking for the clear range, right? Yes. Okay. So we're gonna mark it up. Lower highs. Uh-oh. All right. So let's identify our recent lower high. Lower high right here. Okay. Lower high right here. Right. Lower high right here. Right. So this is like my last lower high within this market. This is my last lower high within this market. Do y'all see that? So once I've identified my last lower high, what am I looking for? To know that a buy is getting ready to happen, what am I looking for? Once I've identified my last lower high, what am I looking for to confirm, okay, a buy is getting ready to happen? Okay, higher high, nice. But what needs to happen within this structure, within this downtrend structure? No, not retest. Nope. We're in a downtrend. If we're in a downtrend, how do we get to an uptrend? What needs to happen? Nope, not resistance. Y'all got break of structure. Good job, Andrew. break of structure, right? So once we get a break of structure, we need to identify the candle that broke, that created the break of structure, right? I see one right here. How do we know, matter of fact, one second, let me test y'all. How do we know when structure is broken? What type of candles are we looking for on that? What type of candles are we looking for? What does that candle have to do in order to know that structure is broken? What does that bullish candle have, like, what does it have to do for us to know that structure is broken? Okay. What does it have to do? Bullish close. Nice, Harold. Good job. Bullish close above resistance. Open and close above resistance. Yes, yes, yes. So we see one. You know, hold on a second. We see one. You guys are learning really fast. We see one. I wouldn't count this bullish candle to the left of it with a long wick because it didn't have enough body in the candle. We call those doji candles, and we pretty much ignore them, right? You see a doji candle, you ignore it. It's pretty much an indecision candle, meaning when you see a doji candle, buyers and sellers are fighting for position. Buyers and sellers are fighting for some type of position. So when I saw this candle, what am I waiting on? Once that bullish candle opens and closes above the last lower high, what are we waiting for? What's next? What's the next step? What are we waiting for? A high low. Nice. Retest, Harold. That's what I was looking for. Retest. And now that retest is creating a what? That retest is creating a what? The retest is creating support, and what else? In terms of market structure, let's talk market structure language. The retest is creating a what? Support is a good answer. In terms of market structure, what is that retest creating? High low. Good job. High low. And a high low. Good job, man. You guys are great today, man. Andrew, you got a great group of traders in here, man. Great group of traders in here. Everybody's locked in. They've been watching the videos. High low. Right? High low. Okay. So we've identified a break of structure. Price has reversed from a downtrend to an uptrend because we identified the last lower high got broken, right? Structure reversed. Now we're looking for buy opportunities. Correct? Now, does anybody in this, I'm gonna pause right here for a second. Does anybody know how to utilize Fibonacci? Yes or no? Does anybody know how to utilize Fibonacci? Nope. Nope. You guys are about to get mind blown. You're about to be mind blown. Who else? Get in there, Dwayne, okay? Nope. Guys, so this is I'm gonna zoom out. We'll get back to this. I'm gonna zoom out. I'm gonna educate you guys on Fibonacci. All right. So guys, Fibonacci, right? Fibonacci is pretty much how we were able to read retracement levels, right? So for example, if we're in an uptrend, right? We're creating high lows, higher highs. High lows, higher high, right? If we're in an uptrend, what the fibs does is it helps us measure the next high low. The fib helps us measure out the next high low, right? So within the Fibonacci, there are 4 PRZ levels. PRZ levels, meaning price reversal zone. Y'all write this down. Price reversal zone. You got out 38.2, 61.8, 78.6, 88.6. Right? Within the Fibonacci, it helps us identify where price is going on an uptrend. It helps us identify where price is going to create that next high low. On a downtrend, it helps us identify when price is going to create the next lower high. Write that down. On the uptrend, Fibonacci helps us measure out the retracement of the next high low. On a downtrend, it helps us measure out the retracement on the next lower high. All right. So anytime you're in an uptrend, hold on, I gotta make this bigger so you guys can see. Anytime you guys are on a uptrend, right? Anytime you draw out your Fibonacci, you want to draw it from a previous low to a recent high. What do I mean by that? And guys, when your Fibonacci is going to be right here in your tool shed, your toolbox. All you do is the third icon. You click the right arrow. You see fib retracement. Fib retracement. This is a powerful tool, guys. My goal tonight is to make this make sense, because when I learned this, guys, it took me a long time to really process it. So my only goal is to help you guys learn this by tonight, so you can start using it. So on an uptrend, you're drawing the Fibonacci from the high low to the high high. So the 100%, write this down. The 100% will be at the high low, and the 0% will be at the high high. The 100%, when you're drawing an uptrend, you want to draw from bottom to top. The 100% will be at the high low, and the 0% will be at the high high. Okay. And the way you draw, you do it all over again. Once you create a new high low, same thing again. High low to high high.
Mike, can you chart, just make sure that they know where that high high is? Because you're bringing it all the way out past the graph, but if you just put where you're bringing it to, what level?
Right here.
That was perfect.
All right, 1 second. High low. Second. All right, cool.
Hey, Mike, I have a question.
Sure.
So I've been watching a lot of videos and stuff just on how people use the Fibonacci, and I see that a lot of people they change the values or
Numbers,
simplify it. Yeah.
Yeah. They have. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, is that simplifying it, or does it? I'm not sure of why they do that.
Yeah, there's some people, they use different types of, like, the percentages. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I've seen people do just 0,
like
25, 50.
Yeah, like a 73.9. You might see some crazy stuff like that. And there are different ways, but in reality, Dwayne, it's the same thing.
Okay.
It's really the same thing. Like, now the way, like, this method I learned, like, guys, I'm so, like, when I learned trading, right, back in 2018, when everybody quit, I low key quit it on IM, right? I took a break from iMarkets Live, and guys, I invested a lot of money into, like, other Forex educations, right? And so my style is a combination of IM and those other educations I invested in, right? And some of those guys in those other educations, I mean, they're doing phenomenal numbers. I'm talking about 50,000 weeks, 100,000 days. So pretty much my Fibonacci Dwayne, is from those guys. So I don't think this Fibonacci is an IM.
Okay.
I just said, so that's let me just clear that.
Okay, appreciate you.
No problem. No problem.
No.
Let's see. All right, so let me get this. All right, this high. Okay, so high low, the 100% will be at the high low, and you want to drag it to the next high high. How do we know a high high, a high high? How do we know on an uptrend that market has created that high high? What are we looking for? To now give us an opportunity to draw Fibonacci. What are we looking for? How do we know when price has found that high high? Because we can't draw the fibs if we don't have a high high. Like, let's imagine all this never happened. Let's imagine all this is just forming. When is the right time to draw your fibs? What are we looking for to understand that high high has been created? Now y'all lit. Let me see. Nope, not break of structure, not bearish engulfing candles, exhaustion candles, right, Dwayne? We're looking for exhaustion candles. We're looking for price to create some type of resistance. Some type of resistance. Same thing. How do we know? I think Harold said it earlier. How do we know when prices find a high low? Some type of support. You start seeing multiple wicks, right? On a high high, you see the bullish candles will be creating mad wicks. You might see 3 to 4 candles creating wicks. That should be your identification that, okay, price is found as high high. Let me go ahead and bring my fibs out. Boom. 100 to 0. And hold on one second. I want y'all to screenshot. I want y'all to, one second. Hey man, y'all screenshot these fibs. Screenshot these fibs. Screenshot it. Let me know when y'all got it. Just put got it on the chat. Screenshot these fibs. And I will show y'all how to like do the settings. Make sure y'all got this, okay? So pretty much when you guys got it, okay, awesome. When you guys go to fibs, it might be it might look crazy, right? It might have all these colors around it. It might be a whole bunch of colors like blue, green, you know. All y'all gotta do is do this. Double click it, right click it, style. Style. Hold on. I want y'all to screenshot. All right, so I want y'all to screenshot because this is how you. I want your style to look just like this. So I'm gonna I want y'all to screenshot this portion right here. Everybody screenshot it. I'm gonna scroll up and screenshot the bottom. So when you guys do your settings, I want it to look just like this. Just like this. Make sure the numbers align with yours. The numbers align with yours when y'all do yours. Screenshot, screenshot, screenshot. The checks, I checked everything. Make sure it's the same, right? All right, I think y'all got it. If not, this is recorded. Okay, back to the Fibonacci training. Right, so we knew price created a high low, right? Right, same thing, we're doing the same thing, guys. Once we identify this high low, grab the Fibonacci, 0 to, 100% of 0. Same thing, we identify high high. That's how you draw it on an uptrend. On a downtrend, right? On a downtrend, if we've identified low, low, right? Low, low, lower high, right? All we're doing is grabbing the fist from the lower high to the lower low, dragging it down. The lower high will be at 100%. The lower low will be at a 0%. And all we're doing with the fibs is measuring the next lower high, right? We know it's found some type of lower high when we start seeing resistance. You start seeing resistance, multiple wicks creating resistance. You know, okay, well, price may stop at 61.8, okay? So this is just a brief, basic understanding on how to draw Fibonacci on an uptrend and on a downtrend, okay? Y'all got it? Man, if y'all fired up, man, put some ones in the chat, man. If you fired up, if you're learning something, put some ones in the chat. If it's making a little sense, I'm gonna put it all together tonight.
I got my hands full, but 111.
And Mike, before
Yeah.
you erase the uptrend tier, I had a question. Where is the 0% and the 100% on that fib?
Which one? For the
Well,
uptrend?
you just told us to look at the 0% and the 100.
Oh yeah, yeah. So on an uptrend, the high low will be at 100, and the high will be at 0, because you're drawing it from bottom up, 100% to 0. On a downtrend, the lower high will be at the lower high will be at 100, and the low will be at 0.
So tier, do you see right there where the 100 is?
Oh, you want to see the
The 0
percentage?
is?
Okay, so this is the percentage right here. You see 100% right here. And what's so dope about the Fibonacci, guys, it even gives you the price of where it's at. 100% is at 116.168, right? The 0% is at 116.442. So on an uptrend, the 100% is at the high low, and the 0% is at the high high. On a downtrend, it's the reverse, right? If I was drawing it down, so if it's a downtrend, you're drawing it top to bottom. If it's an uptrend, bottom to top. Okay. Now let's get to the juice right here. Okay. Let's get to the juice. So our main PRZ levels, guys: 38.2, 61.8, 78.6. Right? Memorize this: 38.2, 61.8, 78.6, 88.6. Right? Guys, anytime price, for some reason, right, if we're in an uptrend, right, and we created our high low, and we saw support at 38.2, and we saw a whole bunch of wicks, right, creating support at 38.2, right? Anytime price hits this PRZ level, there's always going to be a strong impulsive move to the upside. If we're in an uptrend, it'll be a strong impulsive move to the upside. If we're in a downtrend, it'll be a strong impulsive move to the downside. Do you guys understand that? I'm gonna show examples too. I just want y'all to take notes right here, and we'll play it out on the charts. So anytime that high low on an uptrend lands at 38.2, there's gonna be a strong impulsive move to the upside. Anytime that 38.2 lands on a downtrend and that lower high creates that 38.2, right? There's going to be a strong impulsive move to the downside. Okay. Now, 61.8. Anytime we get a retracement to 61.8, right? Buying or selling, you're going to see market patterns. Market patterns. What are some examples of market patterns, guys? Put it in the chat. What are some examples of market patterns? Put it in the chat. While you guys are doing it, just give me like 5 seconds. Let me grab some downstairs. You guys are awesome, man. Doing great. Great.
Hey y'all, it's Andrea. Quick question. Does anybody have any questions so far? Is the pace okay? Are y'all okay?
Pace
I'm
is
good.
great. Just
Okay.
want to learn about this market patterns. I'm a little lost on that.
Oh, no worries. No worries. Yeah, you already done seen them, Sierra. Okay, Miss Lawyer, we good.
Yeah, we good over here too.
Okay, so make sure y'all unmute yourself and ask questions and stuff if you have any questions, like right then. Like we're here to get all this value that we can.
Get the juice.
All
Yep.
Hi, y'all. I'm back.
Because we thirsty.
I had to get my tequila. Y'all.
Hey,
love.
hey.
But don't told you, Mike.
We already fired up.
Man.
Let's go.
All right, let's see market patterns. Double tops, double bottoms. Awesome. Let's see. Head and shoulders. Nice. Ebony says she needs to study, but she good. Awesome. Ebony is gonna make sense as long as you're understanding what I'm saying. Just rewatch the video multiple times. I guarantee you start seeing results within a week. Okay. So 61.8, guys. I'm only looking for market patterns. That's it. market pattern. So if we're in an uptrend, write this down. If we're in an uptrend and price land and that high low lands at 61.8, guys, I'm looking for double bottoms, triple bottoms, inverted head and shoulder. If you guys know what an inverted head and shoulder is, it's this. Right? That's an inverted head and shoulder. So those are like the three main on a uptrend. Those are the three main market patterns I'm looking for: a double bottom, triple bottom, or inverted head and shoulder. So what would I be looking for on a downtrend? Can somebody answer that? If we're looking for that on an uptrend, what am I looking for on a uptrend? When
Raising the head and shoulders and
boom, double top,
double top,
nice,
triple top.
exactly. That's it, guys. This stuff is real simple. I promise you. When I show you guys this stuff in the real charts, you'll be like, "Wow, this is crazy." Okay, so 78.6, guys. I'm looking for the same thing. Market patterns. The same thing as 61.8. But the only difference is it's going to be a slow trend. What do I mean by that? Meaning if we're at high low, high low, right? If price created like a double bottom like this, right? Hold on, let me see. If we create our double bottom, it's going to be a slow, boring, hold on. It's just going to be, it's going to be a slow, boring trend to the upside, right? And not all the time. It's not necessarily like this all the time. The main thing is at 78.6 and 68.8, we want to see market patterns. Okay? We want to see market patterns. Now, 88.6, right? Slow trend. That's it. Slow trend. Slow trend. Okay? Let me see. Let me add a few more. These aren't PRZ levels though. Let's do 100%. Oh no. All right. So 100% is not part of the PRZ levels. All right. So anytime price lands at 100% retracement, lot up. Put all your money in there, guys. Meaning,
Can you say that again? I'm sorry, I missed that.
I got you. Anytime price reverses to 100%, right, and it starts creating an on a uptrend, it starts creating that support. You see multiple wicks, guys. Lot up. Put a bigger lot because you're gonna win. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me, family?
Yes.
All right. So this would be an example of 100%. So if price does this, and now, for example, what happens when price exceeds 100%? What happens with the structure? What happens when, right? Let me draw the fibs. And I'm gonna make this larger so you guys can see. Okay, we got 100% retracement. Y'all see it? What happens? Let me see in the chat. Broken. Nice. And what determines that it's broken? What do I need to see happen on that 100%? What type of candle? What does that candle have to do on that 100% for me to know, okay, structure is broken? What has to happen? Right? Let me test y'all. Is this Is this candle open? Nice, Dwayne. Candle opens and closes. Is this a break of structure? Look at this candle right here. Is that a break of structure? Nope. Why not? It looked like it broke. Why is it not a break of structure?
It didn't close.
Because what?
It didn't close.
It closed, but it didn't what?
Break
It didn't,
completely.
it didn't open and close.
Oh.
Oh, exactly. So we call this a test of candles. And the reason I'm explaining that is because, guys, this high low right here is equivalent to this high low. Like this long candle right here is the same. It's equivalent to this high low, because there's situations where the market is going to manipulate you. And when people see this big bearish candle that didn't open and close below the 100%, people are selling and they're losing money. And guess what the market is going to do? Guys, I've seen this so many times, man. Boom. Get out of here. Give me all that. So it's important that we wait for the candles to open and close below those support areas. Open and close above those resistance areas. Like
that means that the wick isn't even touching that.
Man, if that wick is touching 100%, I don't count it.
Got it.
I'm that bougie with it. I don't count. I need you to open and close.
So open and close, meaning the body and the wick is
everything. Absolutely.
Got it. Boom.
Absolutely. Because you got to understand, at once that wick was a candle. Right? Right, exactly. So that's very important. Now, also another number I want to add in here. This is also not a level of, this is not a PRZ level, but it's important. 23.6. Anytime price falls on 23.6, guys, you're going to see consolidation or continuation. Well, I can't spell.
That's where I've been having troubles. Like every time it hits that like 25, it's just about, I'm like, ooh, okay, this is like a retest. And then I enter, I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
Hit stop loss.
That's exactly. So, Dwayne, anytime you see price do something like this, watch this. Watch this. Okay, say if I drew my fibs from high low to high high, 100 to 0. And this candle did this. And I want to test y'all. Would this be considered our next lower high? Would that be considered our next lower high? What do y'all think? This is the juice right here. This is where the money is at right here. This question. This is where the money is at. And Andrew and Liv, I don't want to hear from y'all. Y'all know this stuff. But if you don't know it, put the answer in there on what you think. Right? When price reverses to a 23.6, right? And it creates some type of support. We see the wicks and it goes to the next high. Is this a high low? Was that a high low? If you guys don't know, say I don't know. Say I don't even know, to be honest. Just say, hey man, I don't even know, man. Like tell me.
Question mark.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Who had a question? No
He
question.
said question.
Oh no, I said question mark because I didn't know.
Question mark. Okay. Yeah. So guys, okay, and this is honestly, and it took me so long to understand this. I used to, and like I think Dwayne said, like, man, stop loss. And I used to like, man, what is going on? This is a high low. This is a high low. If it created support, create a new high, it's a high low. Guys, anytime price is 23.6, it's not a part of structure. The only time price is confirmed as part of, so in this example here, this will officially become a part of if price comes down to 38.2. If price comes down to 61.8. If price comes down to 786.88.6. That becomes an official level of structure. 100% as well, but it's not the main PRZ level. Anytime over leverage, I'm telling you, you're hearing it from me. This is how I've done $50 to $600-800 in a few hours. Just understand this concept, right? So anytime that price is 23.6, we have not created any level of structure. We have not created any level of structure, right?
Mike,
Go ahead.
visually speaking, so where that high low is, could you? So we would enter or focus on our Fibonacci when we like if we're running this and we're trying to look at the chart as it's going. It's not predetermined, right? We don't see it. Mm-hmm. So we look at the higher low that you just have, and then we bring that up to the 0% that you already have. Now this line, that line is going all the way up. Like, can you go over to that line? Like, I just want to make sure in real time what would be looking at. You get what I'm saying?
So nice question. And I was actually getting to that. That's a good question.
Perfect. Thank you.
So okay, say we got to this 23.6, and usually guys in 23.6, you typically see consolidation, man. Most of the time you see hella consolidations. It will look like this, crazy. You just ranging. Like you get to a point where when you're looking at market structure and you see consolidation, 23.6. It should already come in your mind. Oh, that's 23.6, right? So you either see consolidation, or in most cases you see, boom, continuation. Now, say this continuation created a high, a new high. Guys, it would have made sense for me to grab the fibs from this. It would have made sense for me to do this. Why wouldn't it make sense for me to do this? Because what? Why wouldn't this make sense? Right? Because 23.6 was not a level of structure. Had this been at 38.2, now I can redraw my fibs to measure out the next retracement. But since we knew, right, this was 23.6, right, all we're doing is raising the Fibonacci to the next high, right? Even though once you raise this to the next high and this is at a 38.2, nope, it's still not valid because in the past it was 23.6. So the only thing we're waiting for is price to officially create that 38.6, that 61.8, right? That 78.6. Guys, this is not a broken structure. Structure is not broken here because we know this is still that 23.6. So some people get confused like, oh man, breaking structure. I'm selling. And guess what happens? It might land in 78.6, create double bottom, shoot up to the moon. Hey, I'm giving y'all the sauce, man. This is 7-figure trading right here. I'm telling you. It took me so long to understand this because I was like, yo, anytime price went to 23.6 and created a new high, and it came down and broke that 23.6, I always thought it was a break of structure, and I was always losing. See, one thing about IM has this information, but it's so much, right? It's condensed with so much that you may be confused, guys, and that's why I'm gonna make it my duty to make sure you guys understand this, and you can start making $1,000 a day. So this video, when Andrew puts it up, man, guys, you watch it. I've watched, like, for the past 3 years, I haven't stopped looking at the charts. Okay, are y'all willing to commit to that to make 7K in a few hours? Yeah, Dwayne, that's what you've been losing. Yep. Oh, you gonna watch? I'm telling you, in the next couple of weeks, man, you're gonna post your biggest day. Watch. Okay. So, guys, once I understood this, I was like, wow, this is, man, like this. And it took me a while to learn it because I had a back test. I put in hours of back testing to understand this. And I was like, wow. I had that light bulb, like, man, I figured it out. Who asked the question? Going to studies 20 points. Yeah. So, right. So if price is trying to find that next we created that 23.6. We raised the fibs to the next high. Guys, what makes this valid is price has to create that next high low at a 38.2 or at a 61.8. Ignore that 23.6. Ignore that green box because structure hasn't broken. We're still in the uptrend, right? When price gets to 61.8, we're waiting for double bottoms. When price gets to 78.6, we're waiting for double bottoms. Slow trend. When price gets to 88.6, we know it's going to be a slow trend. So we know once we enter the market, we're not waiting for market to shoot up unless there's news. So really, all you want to do is set your trade and set it and forget it. Go watch Netflix or something. When price hits 100%, guys, you're getting a stimulus check based on your account. We're here to create stimulus checks, right? So price finally got to 38.2, right? It went to 38.2. All right, once that happens, once we got our main level of structure, our next high low, grab the fibs, do it all over again. Boom. Right? We know if it retraces to 23.6, it's going to be consolidation. It might be continuation. And I don't want to overwhelm you guys, but I will show you guys how to enter those trades at 23.6 and catch that continuation move. But for the sake of this call, we'll keep it simple, right? I'm gonna get up with Andrea. I'm gonna figure out I might do a private training with you guys once a month. You know, I'm gonna talk to Andrea. We'll discuss and let you guys know. Okay. So, we get to the next high. We're just waiting. If it hits at 23.6, is it gonna consolidate or continuate? If it gets to 38.2 and starts creating the support area with multiple wicks, we know it's gonna be a strong impulsive move. When it gets to 61.8, it's going to be a market pattern and slow trend. Guys, very rarely will you see price get to 50%. It does it sometimes, but anytime it gets to 50%, it pretty much acts like 38.2, strong impulsive move. But the only numbers you need to focus on are your strong PRZ levels, which is 38.2, 61.8, 78.6, 88.6. You also want to be aware of 23.6. You also want to be aware of 100%. Now, guys, we get to 100%. Price comes like this, right? Say it landed right here or something. We know structure has broken because we know a candle opened and closed below this last high low. Now, say that happened, right? Guess what we're doing, guys? Structure broke. Structure broke, right? What am I doing? Structure broke. What am I doing? Put in the chat. What's next? What do you think my thought process is? You're welcome, Tierra. What is my thought process? Structure broke. Nope, Andrea. We ain't lighting up. You lost your money. It passed 100%. Selling, but what are we doing? What are we doing? What am I doing? I know we just created a lower low. What tool am I using to measure the lower high? Fibonacci, right? I grab my fibs, right? High to low. We waiting. We just let this fib. We're gonna let our fibs chill, right? Once you pull the fibs out, man, just chill. All right. If it gets to 23.6, I know it's gonna be consolidation, continuation. That's what Mike said. If it gets to 38.2, boom, strong impulsive move, right? We waiting, right? We waiting. So guys, oh man, this is a perfect example. Oh yeah. I'm glad I'm low-key excited to talk about this one because it's confusing. Watch this. Now let me ask you this. Matter of fact, let me do it on the uptrend first before we do on the downtrend. Let me do this on the uptrend before we do on the downtrend. All right. Say we created a high, right? Should I make this line thicker? Can y'all see? Hold on. Let me make this line thicker. Make this thicker. Boom. There we go. Okay. Yeah. All right. So say we let me grab my fibs. Let me grab my fibs. All right. And price started doing this. hold on. All right. All right, so you're gonna see situations when price does stuff like this, guys. Right? And people get confused, right? They're like, well, Mike, it landed here in the 38.2. It landed here in the 38.2. Structure broke, right? Structure broke. I'm looking to sell. Boom. I'm entering right here for the sell, Mike, because this was the retest. But this happened. Right? Who in here in this chat would have thought this was a break of structure to the downside? Be honest. Who would have thought this was a break of structure? Like, oh man, that's a break of structure. I'm selling. Right. Most people did. And I did for a while. I didn't understand what this was. Guys, this whole range is still trying to find a level of fib. It's still trying to create this high low. All this is this range was trying to create this high low, and it found this high low right here at the double bottom on the 786. And that's where we're looking for a buy opportunity. So now you're probably asking, well, how come when it landed on 38.2 and it wicked, why didn't we buy it? Or how come when it landed at 61.8 and it went up like this, why didn't we buy it and why did it go down? That's because, guys, on a smaller time frame, we always look for our entry points, right? Now, the reason that once it landed at 38.2, right, and didn't go to the upside is because on the smaller time frame, we never had a break of resistance. There was no break of lower high on the smaller time frame, right? We finally got our break. We finally got that break of structure on the smaller time frame right here at 38.2, right here at 78.6. Does that make sense? I will repeat myself. Okay. The reason why this buy was not valid because on the smaller time frame, on our entry frame, preferably the 15-minute, there was no break of structure to the upside, which is why price probably created a double top and dropped. Same thing here in the 61.8%. Price probably created a double top and dropped. It failed to break that lower high in the 15-minute time frame, right, and dropped. We finally got our break right here somewhere in the smaller time frame to take this buy opportunity. And honestly, guys, that is how I know when I found some type of resistance or support. So if I was trying to measure out my high low, right? If we got our first identification, write it down. Anytime we're measuring out high low, we're identifying our PRZ levels, right? Second, if it lands in one of the PRZ levels, we're looking for multiple wicks, right, to show some type of exhaustion. Once we identify the multiple wicks, we're breaking this down in a smaller time frame to see if there's going to be a break of structure to the upside if we're selling it, or a break of structure to the downside. A break of structure to the downside if we're I'm confusing myself. A break of structure to the upside if we're buying it, and a break of structure to the downside if we're selling it on the 15-minute time frame. And I'm gonna show you some real life examples. The reason I'm drawing this out so you guys can, it might not be clear until I go to the real charts, but this is very important, right? This is very important. Like this stuff I just showed you, like right now. Once I understood that, guys, it made me a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie. It made me a lot of money. Hold on, let me take this out. Let me take this out. I might have to upload this on YouTube. All right, so we got our break of structure. Boom. Automatically, I'm like, okay, bet. High to low. Right? The market started doing this weird stuff. It started doing stuff like this. Ranging, and probably did something like this. Boom. Right? So we got our 61.8 retracement. Right? Most people will get confused. Oh, it landed at 38.2. Oh, you know, structure broke. Oh, structure broke. We got an open candle right here. Right? An open bullish candle, structure broke. I'm buying it. And they're buying, they're in profit, they're making money. Yeah, I'm up. Yeah, I'm up 26 pips. We good. Boop. Blown account. Guys, I went through this hardship, man. You guys are not gonna go through this. I lost so much, man, to the point where I was questioning, like, God, why me? If y'all felt like that before, man, God, why me, man? Like, why me? Right? I've been through that, man. My goal is to make this fun, stress-free. God, I took all the stress. I promise you. I took it multiple days. I'm over here swinging in the air like, man, throwing my phone, man, F this, you know, like, but those are the good days because it made me want to study more, right? So the only way structure breaks, guys, and this is on, felt like can't get right off the life. Felt like can't get right off the life. Yo, the only way, guys, that a structure will break is if, right, this low is if this low had created that double bottom. If this low had created that double bottom, or if this low had created another lower low. Right? So if this happened, right? If this happened, this is a break of structure. Yo, I'm giving y'all the juice, man. I'm telling you, once I figured this out, I thought I was unstoppable. I was a walking bank account, walking ATM, right? The only time the structure is broken is if this had created some type of double bottom, equal lows, or a lower low, and went up here. Structure is broken, and guys, you will see this go up to the upside. But if we didn't get that and we got some type of high low, structure is still trying to maintain it's still trying to identify that PRZ level, which we got here, and we were confident enough to sell it. Vice versa, right? You remember I told y'all price was doing this on a uptrend, boom, and we thought, oh, structure broke and blah blah blah. Nah, structure is just trying to find a level of PRZ level to go to the upside. The only way this becomes valid is if price either creates a double top, right? If price created a double top and came down here, well, let me take all this out. Y'all just bear with me, man. Right? If price created a double top and broke right here, then we know structure has broken because it created that equal top, right? Or if it created a higher high than a previous high and came here and broke, structure is broken. All right, enough of this. Let's get to real charts. I just gave y'all really a lot. It's going to be new, so it's going to be confusing. You will retain this more if you practice, if you back test. All right, so back to how I made my $800 or $600, one of it. Okay, let's take this to 1 hour time frame. Ooh. Now let me challenge you guys. So we got our breakup structure, right? We created a high. What is the first thing I'm doing to measure out this retest, to measure out this high low? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I bringing out?
Fib.
Thank you, sir. Fib I'm doing it from the high low, from that lower low, that lower low to the high. All right. And guys, when I draw these fibs, if you see multiple wicks, you want to try to get like the average, like you want to get an average of that first candle that created that wick. And you just want to put that 0%. You want pretty much all wicks to touch. You gotta show the wicks love, man. You want everything to touch. So range it out. Try to get all the wicks touching. Okay. Now, I'm gonna challenge you guys. So I'm gonna block this out. So we got our retracement. Can y'all see? Can y'all see? Okay. Where did this retracement land to? Let me take out this purple square. We know where we at. Where did this retracement land to? What PRZ level?
78.6.
Nice. 78.6. Good job, Tia. Good job. Good job. Now, if you guys would have saw this, would you guys have taken this buy? This was a good pip too. This was 57 pips. Would you guys have taken this buy entry? Yes or no?
I
Yes.
would.
And why is that? Why do you think why would you have taken that buy?
Because like it's going in an
Yeah,
uptrend.
on an uptrend. So what happens when price reverses to 78.6? What usually happens? What two things can we expect?
Market patterns and slow trends.
Nice. Did you see a market pattern right here when it hit 78.6? Was there any market patterns, any double tops, any double tops? Double bottoms, triple bottoms. Did you see any when this candle happened? So I wouldn't have taken this trade, guys, because anytime you see double bottoms and triple bottoms and inverted head and shoulder, right? It's confirmation that structure has broken on a smaller time frame. Now, let me take this thing out. You notice how when this went up, right, and the market started coming back down, people started panicking. Oh man, what's going on? Man, this market bull, man. Guys, patient wins in this game, man. Patient pays you. Only thing you were waiting for, because we knew we got to 78.6. All we waiting on, guys, that double bottom. Look at your notes. You're like, now Mike said once this price hits 78.6, I got to see some type of market pattern. Guys, once we identify, we wicked off in the 78.6, 61.8 zone, right? Only thing we waiting on, guys, is some type of double bottom, triple bottom, right? But how do we identify this on a small time frame? We wait on break of structure, right? Break of structure. Watch this, y'all. I'm gonna blow y'all mind. So we saw that this black box was 78.6, right? This black box was 78.6. Guys, anytime I'm in the 1 hour time frame, what time frame am I going to take an entry? Hang tight, guys. Let me get my charger. Hang tight. Cool. What is it? Let's see. Felt like exhaustion could be a consolidation. What time frame am I going to, guys, from the 1 hour time frame to enter this market? Going to the 15-minute time frame, right? 15-minute time frame is our entry time frame. Sometimes I go to the 5-minute, it depends. So, guys, peep this, right? This black zone You guys are learning some good stuff here, man. I don't think they need to put me on I Am Academy as an educator. But they don't pay enough though. All right, so guys, we see, right? We see that, right? This was our last resistance area, right? Right? I told you we went this double bottom. In order for this double bottom to happen, guys, we needed a break of structure on the 15-minute time frame. So when you were juggling between both time frames, because the way I trade, guys, okay, let me go back to the 1 hour. When price wicked off here in the 78.6, guys, I'm automatically in the 15-minute time frame. Yo, what's happening? What's going on? Why did price do that? So what price ended up doing was, on the 15-minute time frame, I already identified structure. I knew this was my last high position, right? All I waited for, guys, was a break of this high. And the only thing I needed to confirm that was this little bad boy hiding right here. Because what did he do? Talk to me, y'all. What did that bad boy do right there? Why did he confirm me? Why did he confirm that, okay, we getting ready to ride this thing up? What did he do? He opened and closed above that resistance line, right? Anytime you guys are drawing these lines, you want to get an average. Get an average of the wicks. Get an average of the wicks, right? Average. All these wicks are touching, multiple touches. Once I saw this, guys, and I knew this right here was a 78.6. Guys, I already knew this thing was coming down here, right? I knew it. I was like, oh, this is too easy. I had $200 in my account. I said, oh, I'm lighting up, right? I'm lighting up, no doubt about that, right? So the only thing I was looking for when this market took what? And I waited patiently, man. You know, no rush. Only thing I waited a few hours. You know, my stimulus hit around 3 in the morning. I funded my Hugo's account. They were playing around. They took too long to deposit, right? So I waited 4 hours. I couldn't sleep because I was excited. I was like, oh, I'm going to get my stimulus back. Guys, I got up at 9 o'clock. Boom. I saw these rejection right here. I saw these wicks. Family, the only thing I was waiting for was what's my entry strategy, guys? Put it in the chat. What type of candlestick analysis am I looking for to know, okay, we're in the game? What type of candlestick analysis? Put in the chat. Do I usually look for? Right, Ty. I don't know if you guys have been on Ty's trainings, but she has a completely different style. It works for her, but nah. I need my chart to be. Excuse my sense of humor. I need my chart to be naked and sexy. Naked and sexy. I need to see who I'm dealing with. I don't like all them harmonics and man. You're doing too much, man. You know, I like it simple. The simpler you keep this, the easier it gets for you. Okay. Boom, Andrew. Bullish engulfing and variation. Right? Do you guys know what a bullish engulfing and a bullish variation is? If you don't, just say no. So I can show you. Yep, Harold, you do. Okay, awesome. Anybody else? Everybody knows it? Okay, so for those who don't, if this was my buy candle, excuse me, and this is my sell candle. This is a bullish engulfing because the bullish candle overlaps the sell candle, the bearish candle, right? This portion right here just tells me, guys, that buyers are in the market, right? The reverse of this, right? Hold on, now let me do something else. This is a bullish variation, right? Bullish variation is just multiple bullish candles overlapping a multiple. It takes 2 to 3 candles to overlap that bearish candle. We call this bullish variation. So the reverse happens on the sell side, right? A bearish engulfing would be a bearish candle overlapping a bullish candle. right? A bearish variation would be multiple bearish candles. It takes two bearish candles, 3 bearish candles to overlap a bullish candle. Okay, guys. So when I saw this, guys, the only thing I waited for was some type of bullish engulf and bullish variation, guys. We finally got our bullish variation right here, right? So these 2 candles to fully overlap, guys. My entry was literally, no lie. Guys, I entered the market. Let me look at my phone. This was my entry price. And I would have made almost $2,000 if I would have held this trade, or it's like 1,300
So
this trade.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead. Yes,
So,
go ahead, Eric.
so I see what my entry point would be, right? As far as where that bullish variation is happening right there at the bottom. My
Right.
question is, like, how would I know what my take profit level would be? Like, where am I trying to get to?
Great question. And I'm gonna show you why I was mad I didn't make that 1,300. Because I shorted myself. Because like if I have a small account, bro, I'm not trying to hold my trade long. Because my goal is to get that to 1,000. Now, once my account is at 1,000, now I could hold trades longer, right? So once I saw this bullish engulfing, bullish variation, guys, no hesitation. I pressed buy. I was in like I traded with I put in 4 orders at leveraging for a $200 account, but I didn't care. I paid bills. I needed my stimulus back, right? So once I entered the trade, guys, I automatically scaled back out to the 1 hour, right? Let's put our fibs. Let's get our fibs back, right? Let's get our fibs. Now, typically, these negative 27%, negative 27% and 61% and negative 61% are our TP zones, right? Negative 61% is more long-term percent, and negative 13% are typically where I usually do my TPs at. Guys, when I trade, I don't scalp, man. I'm here to catch at least 50 to 60 pips. If I get more, that's a bonus. But so Harold, my TP was around here, this zone. It was either 116, negative 13%, and what I love about Fibonacci, it has the price levels here for you. So when I put my entry in there, I only settled for 50 pips, guys. I made like I think it was 300. No, one trade I got off at 2 trades. I made like 200, and the rest of my trades I took 74 pips. That trade got me to like $400 something. So my account was at like $600 something. But guys, man, I was so upset because look where this bad boy went. Man. And I asked myself, why did the price go all the way up there? And I'm gonna explain that in a minute. But my price, for some reason, I don't know what happened. News, I really don't look at news as much. I'm a technical trader. This bad boy went 214 pips. Had I held this, I would have made like 1,300. I was so sick. And this happened in like this, this one candle was an hour. This trade took 7 hours. Anyways, we're about to catch this sell. We're gonna get back in this buy opportunity, but let's look at why this candle went all the way up there. Because I think the reason I got good trading was because I said BTC did that in 3 minutes yesterday. Yeah, Bitcoin is a bad boy, man. I don't play with big. If I need at least 2,000. She said I'll quit my job after that. So guys, I wanted to know why price went all the way up here, right? So I scaled back out to the 4 hour. I wanted to see more detail. I scaled back out, and I was like, it was unclear. Why did price stop here? Scale back out to the daily. I need answers, man. I'm a detective. Like, I need answers. Like, you gotta tell me why you did that. And when I start teaching institutional candles, I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, like institutional candles and just raw and just manipulation, how the banks trade. When I saw this, I was like, wow. So when I start teaching institutional candles, I'm gonna take it one step at a time. We'll do that next session. Price retested the last bullish candle before this down move. So somewhere in a smaller time frame, this bullish candle is a manipulation candle. So I'm not gonna get into much details about that, guys. But for now, let's just stick with our TPs, which is negative, and write it down, guys. On the uptrend, our TPs will be negative 13% and negative 27%, because that's going to guarantee at least 50 to 60 pips, 50 to 70 pips, right? And on a downtrend, that's the same. Long-term, right? A long-term hold will be negative 61. Let me drag this out so you guys can see. Long-term TP will be negative 61.8%. And guys, I swear to you, back tested stuff, you'd be like, damn, this is crazy.
And I got another question for you. My bad.
Go ahead, Harold. Now go ahead.
When you're drawing with the fib and you're trying to connect, I guess, the wicks, it's like that horizontal, vertical. What's that number? It's like
that line,
like a vertical. Yeah, that line. Are you connecting the wicks, or are you connecting the bodies of the candle?
Oh no. So Harold, I'm getting an average of the wicks. So like for example, you see right here, if this was the last high, if I thought this was a high, I'm getting. You see how I got this bullish and bearish wick touching? I want to average the wicks out. And look what happened. Look what happened though. So before, and I tell people, listen, do not counter trend. Do not counter trend. If you don't know what counter trend is pretty much when, if you're in an uptrend, right, we're buying at a high low. Counter trend would be you trying to sell from a high to a high low. Only do that when you get good at this, because in my earlier in my journey, that's how I was losing money. I was counter trending. So just trade with the trend, guys. But for this example, look at this. All this didn't happen, right? Say all that didn't happen, and we did our fibs 100 to 0. Look, do y'all see how price landed at 23.6 and what happened? Continuation.
Mm-hmm.
Continuation. So when that happened, guess what we're doing? We're grabbing our fibs to that next high, right? And this is all I'm doing. I'm looking at my retracement levels. Okay, price could potentially retrace here because that's my strong PRZ level, right? Price could potentially come here, right? That's another PRZ level, 78.6, 88.6. So I'm just looking at, I'm already identifying my PRZ levels to see potential retracement. But what if I told you guys I'm not going to give myself too much credit, but 80 to 90% of the time, I know where price is going to reverse to, with or without the Fibonacci. And at some point, I'm going to teach you guys that, but we're going to take it one step at a time. For now, let's just training wheels, right?
I was going to ask, is it because there's more, the prices are more like.
You're breaking up, Dwayne. You there?
Yeah, I'm here now. My bad. I'm driving, but I was asking if do you know? Oh, do you know that it's retracing or gonna come back down because the candles actually finished lower than the highs. A lot of them are more closer to the bottom of the higher highs.
I'm not understanding your question. Like, so what, like, how do I know when it's going to create the high low? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm asking, you said that it's going to come back down.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, now I'm honestly,
I'm not asking, is it because the candles are low?
Oh, no. It's a deeper meaning than that. No.
Okay.
It's something called imbalance. And that I don't want to go too deep into that because that's a whole session, that'll take a whole day to explain. But nine times out of 10, I know where this I know where this market is gonna go to.
Okay.
You know,
just because you're the GOAT.
Nah, I put in a lot of hours, so I kind of have an idea. I know where this is going to, But for training sakes, it's gonna hit one of the PRZ levels, but I know which one it is. So, but for training sakes, let's just monitor 38.2, 61.8, and 78.6 and 88.6 because it's gonna fall in one of those, right? So, let's see. Let me see here.
I'm sorry, I got a question.
Sure.
Can you repeat the percentages? You said the 13%.
Oh yeah. So on your fibs, right? On your fibs, the your TPs, right? My TPs, like, how do I know where to trade it to? That's what Harold asked. And my TPs are, one second, here. So my TPs are, TP1 will be negative 13%. TP2 will be negative 27%. And a long-term trade, TP3 will be negative 61%.
Okay, got it.
But typically, right, so for example, say we got a reverse, we had some support areas here at 38.2, and we got a stronger positive move. My first TP is negative 13%. And y'all, that's that. Listen, man, we catch pips over. That's 100 pips. I'm cool. I don't need to get a 27%, right? So those are my TPs, because now what that TP is doing is creating the next level of structure. It's creating that next higher high. This stuff is all algorithms, guys. The fibs is a very important tool.
I got another question.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, just because this was kind of confusing. So when I'm looking at the fibs, how I started is I started from the lowest point.
Like the lowest right here.
Okay.
And you dragged it to the highest high.
Okay.
Is this how you started up?
Got you. Okay. Cool.
No, that's not the right way.
It's not.
No, it's not. You want to start at the previous low, the previous part of structure. So on the uptrend, the previous high low, which would be this double bottom that we created at 78.6. That was the previous higher low. This was equal high lows right here, right? Because we knew once it landed at 78.6, that was we were expecting a market pattern. And all I did was grab it from. I did an average wick right here, like we did at the top. I did this right here. I came here initially, right? Because we created this wick right to the left. And I saw that it hit 23.6, which created that continuation. I was like, oh, okay, let me drag this back up here. And now we found a level of resistance. So now what we're waiting on is a high low. And that high low could potentially come to 38.2, which is highlighted. It could potentially go to 61.8. It could potentially go to 78.6, so on and so forth.
And then once it gets to that point, we're looking at, let's say, a TP with like the negative 13%.
So if it gets to the TP will about first TP 13%, negative 13%. Second would be negative 27. Long term would be negative 61.
Okay.
This would be game changer for you. I promise you. Go back test this. But here's the crazy thing, guys. What if? Look at this. This is what's gonna blow your mind. Like, mind you, on the daily time frame, right? I was counter trended, right? Y'all remember right here, daily time frame? I was at a lower low. Hold on, let me erase this stuff. So I counter trended on the daily time frame because it's a range of pips to where I can counter trend on the smaller time frame. So, man, all this stuff. You know what? I'm gonna just trash. Okay. So look at this, guys. This is what's so dope about this. We knew on the monthly time frame that this was our support area. Right? We're still on a downtrend, right? Look, even on the weekly time frame, we're still on a downtrend. We see resistance here, right? We see resistance. Prices reject on the daily time frame. Look, I bought because we were at a lower low. So what's stopping us from from predicting that price could potentially get down here to this zone right here. So guys, right now with EJ, I'm looking to sell this thing, man. You know, you never want to marry a position. You never want to say, oh well, this happened. I'm gonna keep selling. Guys, don't be too biased on a pair, man. Trade. Don't trade what you know, trade what you see.
Can you use a fib in an example like on a downtrend so I can see how you would draw it on a downtrend?
Perfect. Yes. So watch this. Let's see. So, all right, for example. All right, just with what you guys know right now, right? So far, you see what PRZ level do you think this reacted off of? With what you know so far, what PRZ level do you think this thing reacted to? What market pattern do you see here?
Double top.
And yeah, it could potentially be what?
Was it 38.2?
61.8, 78.6, right? So you're gonna get to the point where you may not even use fibs anymore. You just see it like, oh man, that's 61.8 or 78.6, but obviously you want to use the fibs, right? So I drag it here from the low, right? So watch this. So this is my thought process, right? Before all this happened, this is my thought process, right? I'm like, okay, grab the fibs to the bottom, right? Hold on, let me. All right. This was 23.6, right? So I'm still waiting, right? This is in a consolidation till we got this right here. We officially got this. This was 38.2 or 50%, right? And you entered this market in a 15-minute time frame. You entered this market in a 15-minute time frame, right? Now, once we created that 38, what the in the world? Okay, once we created that 38.2, all you're doing is redrawing your fibs. Boom, to low, 100% to low. We got 100% retrace. You see that? 100%. This is where you're lining up. Look at our TP. If you'd have lighted up right here, look at your TP. What I say? Negative 13%. Once, man, just put your TP here because once price hit it, it's taking out the market. And with that simple understanding, guys, man, if you light it up, if you use 5 lot, you know, that's what I like. That's why I like to trade with 5 lots. What is wrong with my computer, man? Let's see. Lot up, right? That was a good amount of, I don't know what's going on with this stuff. Let's see. Whatever. Yeah, so that was a lot of pips, man. Questions. Y'all ask away. Questions. Y'all, did y'all learn something today?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yes.
So let's see. Let's do a different pair. I'm gonna do one more pair, then we'll call it like look what's happening. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Hold on, let me see some. Okay, now this thing going to the upside. Okay, look, 38.2, right? This was the last lower high. All right. Then this is a 4-hour time frame. Look at this. All right, got an average wick. I want all the wicks to touch. So there's a possibility we might get a retracement to here, 38.2, 61.8, 78.6. But honestly, guys, I don't know about y'all, but I might sell this thing, man. Hold on 1 second. Let me see something. Anytime, if I'm doing my market structure in the 4-hour time frame, guys, I'm automatically going to the 30. If I'm doing my market structure in the 1 hour, I'm automatically going to the 15. Okay, so I go to the 30. See, I went to the 30. Right? The only thing I'm looking for in this 30-minute time frame to take this to take this sell is, right? Hold on, let me grab my fibs. We got boom, boom, high. Oh, only thing I'm looking for is a break of support, right? A break of some type of support. This is my last support area. To know that this price is trying to identify its high low.
So if it breaks that support, you're looking for a candle to a bearish candle to open and close below that line, right?
Exactly. Good job there.
And then it'll actually go to the take profit, which that's what we're waiting for to go to the take profit, or are we looking for it to retest?
Exactly. Boom. Good shit. So this was our major support, right? This candle said right here, we got a break, right? We know we broke structure, right? We know structure is broken down here. We're still in the uptrend. We're looking for our next high low, right? Let me draw the fibs, right? We almost at 38.2. We got a break of support, so we might see price keep going down, or we might see price go up. I don't know what's wrong with my laptop. I think she's tired, yo. Down, right? Down here, it could go here, it could go here. So right now, the only thing, if you wanted to be like, I like to take risk, man. You don't make money if you don't take risk. So me personally, man, what I'll look for price to get up here, somewhere up here. I'll wait for price to get somewhere up here. And my TPs, guess if I'm counter trending, right? I don't recommend you guys to do this. Just get good first. But when I'm counter trending, my TPs are my PRZ levels. 38.2, 61.8, 70.
That makes sense.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Those are my TP levels. I still know I'm in an uptrend, right? So yeah.
I get where you're coming from now. Okay.
Right. That's if you're counter trending. That's if you're counter trending, right? But typically I'll tell people, man, honestly, just wait till price gets to your PRZ level. Wait till you see consolidation. If it's consolidating here in this 30-minute time frame at 38.2, guys, go to the 15-minute time frame. Go to the 5-minute time frame, and wait for a break of resistance, retest, and entry. The same thing we entered. I entered in the past. Do the same thing, man. So
on the higher time frames, if you see that consolidation, go down to the smaller time frames, you get an actual.
Absolutely.
Got it.
So right now, like, exactly right. Pretty much, you answered it. Yep. So if I saw all this shit right here, consolidation wicks, man, I'm in a 30-minute time frame, man. What's going on? What's happening over here? Right? What's happening over here? Man, come on, look at this. Break of lower high. Boom, boom, boom. Retest. 78.6. Buy. Right? Or I'm monitoring this on a 5-minute time frame. Since we're in the 15. And guys, it could become tedious, right? If you're still learning, you're like, I gotta go through all this. And I call this time frame correlation, using multiple time frames to support your bias, using multiple time frames to enter the trade. Look at this. Even on the 5-minute time frame. Boom. All this right here. All this is retest. Retest is retesting. Once it got here, once it got to our 78.6, all you're looking for is an engulfing. Look at engulfing, shot up to the moon. Shot up to the moon. I'm gonna do one more pair and we'll call it a day. And I'm gonna breeze through it.
Question.
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask if you could go to Bitcoin and do that.
Okay.
Because I mean, I'm still not home yet. But I've been eyeing Bitcoin all weekend, and I'm feeling like right now it's just in a retest.
It's ranging, yes. So right now, Bitcoin is consolidating right now.
Yep.
It's in consolidation, and we'll use the same method. We'll use my strategy. You can apply my strategy to anything. You can trade stocks with this strategy. I remember when Facebook crashed, I made like 1,200 in like an hour with the same strategy. So
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
when if say if we're trading stocks, is it the same as like the Forex? If say if Facebook loses 100,000 shares, are we still able to make profit off of that? Or
Absolutely.
are we
We-
okay?
So when Harold, when stock crashes, we're winning because we fund the stock market. So when all this thing happened, this pandemic happened, stock was like the stock was in shambles. Guess who profited from it? Forex traders.
Gotcha.
Like nothing in this world in this will affect the foreign exchange market because we need the foreign exchange market. So we're in good hands, man. So when you have conversations with people, well, the stock market crashed, you still making money? Like what, bro? When it crashed, I made money. Like what you mean? Because people think that we can't make money selling. Because in stocks, if you're selling, you're taking your profits and you're leaving. Here we make money when we sell and buy, and people can't fathom that. They're like, man, how? How you?
That's exactly what I've been running into when I share this with people.
Right. That's and trust me, I went through that too, man. I was like, man, just hop on this call, man. I'll show you.
Yeah, exactly.
And also like y'all, man, if y'all like, you know, if y'all like just got like a group of people, man, and they if they're not seeing the value in the calls, man, and if they're like, man, I still think it's not working, guys, man, if you can get like 5 to 6 people, I'm not even gonna show the plan. I'm like, all right, y'all, this is a candlestick, these are pips, this is a lot size, this is how we make money. You know how many times I've closed deals just doing that?
I'm gonna reach out to you on that one because
I'm
there's
telling
so many people.
Because people understand. Oh yeah, you know the cash flow quadrant. They understand.
Yep.
Nah, that's about how do you make money, guys.
Exactly.
Hit me up.
All
And
right.
show them what these candles mean. And if they would have sold down here, it went 300 pips. They would have made $3,000. That I've closed deals like that. So
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you up real soon because I've had people be on the run the play calls and everything.
Yeah.
And then they shut down the call early and be like, is there another way?
Oh
I
yeah.
was just like, and then I'm like, can you just finish the call though? Like just get back on, just watch the whole thing and then get back to me.
Mm-hmm. And people are like that. And sometimes people just, people have short patience. They just want to say, bro, how do you make money? I get it. Yeah. I like the motivational, the mental. Yeah, cool. But how do I make money?
Yep.
I would do like a 20-minute call on pips and lot sizes. And that closes all the deals. And I would just refer, hey, man, once you get started, man, the education platform is going to teach you this. Really? Yes. And you have my mentorship. Well, take my money. I mean, it happens all the time, bro. But the only thing, we just got to get more exposure to people, man. And because y'all fellas, man, listen. You want to get to a point where you're not using your money to trade, man. I've blown so many accounts in the past. We want to use the company's money to fund our accounts. Like that makes more sense to me than always putting $100 in there. No, let's get the residuals and trade with it. Now you create this cash flow. You know what I'm saying? So with Bitcoin, same thing, y'all. Same thing. I'm doing the same thing. Relative what? High. Relative low. Same thing. All right. Going to the. I don't know. I'm going to the weekly. Boom. This is like a nice downtrend, right? Look at it. Low highs, low. Right? I'm looking at these candles. Look at this. Look at these variations of bullish candles. So we might be going to the upside, y'all.
It's been in like a steady uptrend, but it had like those massive drops and then a massive increase real quick. It did it in like 3 minutes, 3-4 minutes.
That's why with Bitcoin. That's why with Bitcoin, I just get in and get out because man, she's unpredictable because now she will shoot up 300 pips, drop down 400 pips. Like what? So
yeah, because
this is a good confirmation.
I have 2 pending orders like near the not that super low because we're on the week now.
For a buy?
Yeah, for a buy. I have 2 pending orders for a buy around like I think it's 87.30 or something like that. But yeah, you can go through that, and I just wanted to make sure I was doing something right.
What lot size are you using?
Just 0.01, 0.02 right now.
Okay. Good. That
Because
paid up.
yeah, because
Go ahead.
I just got $25 off of 0.01 on Bitcoin last night. So
Yeah, Bitcoin pays, man. It pays well. I'm telling you. I remember one time I put $100, man. I made 1,100 in like a minute. It shot up. It just shot up like 1,000 pips.
sheesh.
So it pays, man. You gotta catch it.
Yep.
But this time frame, I'm just looking. I'm like, okay, well, what's happening? A lot of buyers are in, right? Look at this multiple consecutive one. It took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks to overlap this big bearish candle. So that's good. That's a good confirmation. Let's mean buyers are getting ready to get in this. Bitcoin wants to jump up to probably $13, probably $14, right? Right now we're currently like around $10, right? Or not 8,800. All right, so I'm looking at the candles. It looks good. This tells me, man, we're bullish. Buyers are in. So I break it down to the daily to see what's going on. Okay. So daily time frame. Look at this, y'all. This is a perfect example of what I showed y'all. Let me take this out. All right. Y'all remember when I was we were drawn to, okay, well, first let's identify the breaker structure in the daily time frame. So breaker structure is probably, and guys, you always want to identify, use your fibs, man. Identify it. What's this? Boom, 38.2. You see what I'm doing? I'm just identifying my high lows. Boom, 61.8. Trying to see where structure broke. Boom, 38.2. Okay, so this was our last lower high. Right? Now, this candle says, so this thing might go down. That's why it's always good to, why does this keep doing this? All right, this candle said, boom, structure broke. Okay? So look, watch this, y'all. This was the last low high in this uptrend, right? Grab my fibs, 38.2, y'all see it, right? 38.2, okay? Now watch this. Do I see 100% retrace? Do I got a lot up? So we got 38 from our low high. Uh-oh. Y'all see that? What that looked like? Y'all remember when I was, do y'all remember when I was doing that example where people thought this was like a breaker structure when it was ranging like this?
Yep.
Yeah, look at it. Look at it. People that thought, oh, structure broke right here, bro. Nah, it's trying to find a PRC level. We got 100% retrace. So, guys, I'm honestly, Bitcoin might crash, man. You heard it from me. I know. Crypto Picasso, whatever his name is, said some bull about it shooting up. I'm a challenge. I don't think it's gonna shoot up anytime soon. So I really feel like price is gonna come down at some point. It makes sense, you know. It makes sense. If there's anything, guess where I'm selling this thing to? To that negative 13, right? What is, hold on, let me refresh this. My indicator's acting weird. All right. Let me see. All right, cool. Man, look. Y'all, this is almost 5,000 pips, y'all.
So we don't need to sell Bitcoin today, don't we? That's what it
not
sounds
today,
like.
but see, and
This on the daily, bro.
It's on the daily. Okay, see.
Watch, we about to break this down. I'm telling you, we going.
Errol's
Don't
ready to
tell me
make some
that.
money. Okay.
Hell yeah.
We're trying to make some real money right here. Shoot.
4,873 pips. Now
Okay.
you put a 0.01. You touching at least what, $400, right? So here's the thing. We know we're at 100% retrace, man. Automatically, guys. What am I doing?
Line
Going
up.
to what? 1 hour, right? We lighting up. We know we lighting up. Exactly. No, we lighting up. He right.
Money. You just hit your ching.
It's at your chain. But I'm going to a smaller time frame to make it make sense. right? But I know I'm at 100% retrace on the daily. So at some point, this bad boy got to drop. But the question is when? When will it drop, right? And we'll figure that right now. Let's see. Let me get a sexy color. A bright color, though. All right. So we see that we're ranging. We know in the bigger time frame, all this right here is chilling at the 100% retrace, right? Guys, right here, I'm looking for break of supports, man. I see a support right here. Oh, no. I see one right here. Ooh, this thing might be ready. Break of support right here. Guys, we got a break of support. This is a great sign. Now, this Bitcoin drop might happen in a couple of days. We're gonna be ready. I'm gonna, if I see it, I'm gonna put it in the chat, which the chat that Andrew, Adam, y'all's chat.
There you go. That's
Perfect.
Perfect.
Appreciated.
I'm gonna start showing y'all love, man. I gotta start showing y'all love.
Gotta look at the chat. These
Yeah,
people.
I'm gonna get right. Y'all gonna get some juice. We gonna keep this in Andrew's family. GTI family. It be you know, sometimes it might be too wild, but I'm gonna show you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, so we got a break of support. This is dope confirmation, right? Dope confirmation. So only thing I'm looking for is I need price to. Okay, the retest. This retest right here. The retest is happening. The retest is happening, right? So we're in the 15-minute time frame. I mean, the 1 hour time frame. I'm going to the 15. This is still an early trade, guys. This is all I'm looking for. This is all I'm looking for. Let's watch it play out. This is all I'm looking for to know it's game time. I'm looking for all right. So I'm looking for something like this to happen. I want to see a break of it is 15-minute time frame. I want to see a break of support. And as you guys know, my confirmation entry candles, I'm looking for a bearish engulfing or bearish variation. Simple, guys. When I see this, I'm gonna be monitoring this when I see it. If y'all sleep, man, then you lost it. But I'm gonna put it in the chat. Sell it. And you know, Bitcoin is notorious for just shooting down 2,000 pips, 1,000 pips.
Yes.
So
yes.
if you have $100 or whatever the case may be, man, when I tell you to sell, put a 0.05 based on your account. If you have like $200, $100, 0.05, because that 0.05 could make you 2,000, 1,000. So I'm gonna monitor this, but guys, this is really like this, guys. The way I trade, man, honestly, man, isn't this like simple? Like it's still new to y'all, but isn't it like damn near simple? Like, okay, because
it is. I'm seeing all these trends of everything, like basically looking together, and I mean, it all comes back to market structure.
Market structure. Dwayne, man, read that book, Naked Forex, man. This is what they do. Them 7-figure trades. They don't use those indicators and nothing like that. They look at raw price action, market structure, candlestick analysis.
Wow.
Like,
okay.
These, like the way I market my charts, guys, I can do I don't care. Like, it's so many types of currencies, like so many different types of pairs. Like, it takes me 2 minutes to mark up a whole chart and actually know where it's going. Like, that's why I have if you look at my watch list, I have so many that I could look at. I could look at all these in 10 minutes and have 2 to 3 setups getting ready to happen. You know, so the more I pour into you guys with this stuff, man, the more you guys are gonna learn. You guys, this is awesome, man. Andrew, I want to thank you for first of all, y'all have any questions for me?